Hello everybody! Welcome to Riichi Mahjong. We got a log review today. Yes, let's go. Navigatorxdd has submitted this game, and this is a YouTube video as well, by the way. This is an unlisted YouTube video, so the marker is going to be on the screen. So we'll see. They have said, what did they say? East 1, 1, and South 3. If you want a log of your own reviewed for the channel, there's a link in the description of this video where you can submit a game log. This is a 4-player South Gold Room game, and they've gotten an S-, so I'm really not sure what you expect me to say here other than good job. But we'll see, shall we? We'll see. We'll see if there's anything horrendous that stands out. I mean, it's going to be a bit weird because, like, I'm going to be able to see when Maka disagrees. Or if you make a decision that Maka disagree, like, you know. All seems fairly rote so far. Tenpai waiting room. Oh, hang on. 43 to 51, yeah, fair enough. Cool. Oh! No, that was fine. Hang on, no, I forgot how to read Maka. Sorry, I forgot how to read Maka. That's fine. That's also good. Irritating to throw. You have to choose between the 3 and the 6, and you threw the 3 and actually drew the. That was definitely. Okay, alright, we have our first moment here of things being a bit weird. This is a rough spot, admittedly. Throwing this does not seem very intuitive at all. Does not seem very intuitive at all. Like, I can see what you're doing. You're throwing this 8-9 shape, right? But you're also only one tile away from pure straight. You've just drawn into this 6-7 shape here, which is annoying because now you have like 6 blocks, right? 1, 2. Oh, I have the telestrator today properly as well this time. You can't see the pink around the border. 1. Whoops. Undo. Good start. Man, this is going to be such a good video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish blocks. So you have to cut one of them. This is locked in as your pair for sure, but all of these 3 blocks are pure straight as well. So as counterintuitive as it is, this is actually your worst block. You can see 1, 2 of the 4s. You can't see any of the 7s. That's definitely not like blatantly obvious. I would have probably been tempted to do the same because throwing a 5 and a 6 of circles at this point, or a 6 or a 7 of characters at this point seems a bit rough. And then you get a bit into the Riichi anyway. So this is a YouTube video. I should have maybe gotten the ooh, well no, that's fine. It's a follow cut. I could have maybe gotten the actual game log up because we're going to see everybody's hands here, but that's fine. Suji chasing Riichi. Wow, that's a really good Riichi. Let's just hard fold this one. Yep. Nice. Is anyone going to get this? And then not being the only one in Tenpai is... Oh no, wait, no, this player is also not in Tenpai. It just doesn't show the animation in this thing. Wow, you have a red mouse cursor. How have you done that? Oh, it's a garbage hand, I'm afraid, but it's a C+. All right, this is one of the hands that you specifically asked me to look at. So let's go, shall we? Let's go. Guess wind. Yes, makes sense to me. Then probably either the west. It's probably the 1 of characters, I would imagine. Your hand is very, very bad. And in bad situations like this, keeping the Yakuhai of the East and even a West Wind at this point is like a safe tile. You just get rid of the absolute trash. Yeah, yeah, fine. This it's very squiffy, the situations where you want to throw the double wind versus throwing a one of characters, but like I mean like now you can throw it. Should be the next tile, I'm guessing. Yeah. And then you're drawing nothing but honor tiles anyway, so this is really unfortunate. Now what we got? We've got a 4-6 and an 8-8-9. I'd be tempted to... Yeah, I'd be tempted to think about keeping this. I'm sorry, this is because the marker is on the screen. But anyway, like it's 22 to 28. But me personally, I would be tempted to keep this. Because the hand is pretty dire. It has only passed once. The Westwind has only passed once. I'm surprised it says this 9, to be honest with you. This is screaming at me as being slightly more relevant. Because it's... You could say it's a 4-6-8 and an 8-9 or a 4-6 and an 8-8 shape, but I really don't think you want it to be an 8-8-9 shape with a 4-6, because what does a 7 get you? 7 doesn't get you anything, right? You draw the 7 and then you have this 6-7-8 shape here, and then you've still got this horrible 8-9 block here. It's not brilliant. Anyway, that's very minor. That's very minor. Now the 9 of bamboo, unless something crazy happens. So like that red dragon's not passed at all. Like there is a world here where you just draw another one of these two Yakuhai and suddenly you can open your hand for red dragon. Nothing, nothing, but it's better than nothing. What was the pun on that? 31. Yeah, I can see why. Maybe just rush Tanyao, but it doesn't feel great, does it? You'd rather just keep that as a safe tile, and then that also makes the 9 a pretty safe tile. Okay, we have some blocks here. Ooh, okay. Ah, yes, the old 3 pairs, get rid of the pair from your strongest shape lie that they told you in Riichi Book 1. It's not a lie. It is true. It does make sense, but it's very easy to implement that heuristic. I have 3 pairs, I should cut one of them. And it can often get you into a lot of trouble. As we found out ourselves on the channel many, many, many times. I'm pretty sure what it is saying here is that it's probably a 4-6-8 and an 8-9. Or it's a 4-6 and a pair of 8s. Either way, you don't want this, right? You could even, in theory, throw the 7 back, because you've just got this 4-5 block here. This is very loose, then you've got this, then you've got this, and then you've got... So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. The fact that you've got 5 blocks now, whichever way you count this, implies to me that it is actually saying this is probably going to be your pair. So the thing with having 3 pairs and dismantling one is that's all well and good, providing your other blocks are strong. So if this wasn't a 2 and this was a 7 of circles, for example, then it would be very easy to realize that you have to throw this. Well, you'd throw this first, but you would throw this one, right? Because then you would have a 7, 8, 9, you'd have this pair of 8s and this pair of 5s. This pair of 5s is very, very easily going to turn into a 4-5 or a 4-5-6 or something like that. And in an ideal world, it will sort itself out. This one is not brilliant. Best case scenario, you get a 7 or another 8. You're not really happy with a 9. You don't really want... it's supposed to be a 9. You don't really want 8, 8, 9, 9. That's not great. So complicated for sure. Complicated for sure. Okay, so were you cutting the 8-9 just because you were seeing the 8-9 as a block and you were just cutting the 8 because it's the quote-unquote slightly more dangerous tile? I can see that. Player across from you is in Tenpai for Tanyao 2 Dora. See, now you have 4 pairs. 1, 2, 3. Oh, now you have 5 pairs. Oh, I see. Right. So now you have 5 pairs. Didn't even notice that you draw another 2. Yeah, you got 5 pairs. You kind of just have to send it. But also, it's very difficult to throw this 6 and this 7 because you've got to assume this player's they're the dealer. They've opened their hand for this. You've got to assume that something is happening over there. But maybe you're throwing this because it is Suji and the 7 has passed a little while ago. But at the same time, Tenpai would be nice. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's unfortunate. So now you've gone back to playing it as a normal hand, making this a 5-5-6 shape. Yeah, I see what's happened here. That's a rough spot, admittedly. It is complicated. Yeah. Tanya 3 Dora to the dealer. Oof. Oof. So there's a mix there between how worth pushing was the hand at all ever. It did get there after 6 turns, but is it already too late? And then it turned into that was a rough hand. That was a really rough hand. I think the main takeaway from that is the whole when you have 3 pairs cut 1 thing is really only relevant when you have 5 actual solid blocks or even 6 solid blocks. That pawn has got to be correct, yeah. Yeah, so this is 2 double-sided weights, right? This is a 2-3 and a 3-4. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes. And while you have the Dora, which you're obviously never going to chuck, when you've opened your hand, you want to try and consolidate down to Ryman shapes as quickly as possible, quickly and as easily as possible. The 6 doesn't help you in that regard. And then you've also been given you've been given 1, 2, 3 double-sided weights on top of this. And in an ideal world, you'll just draw another copy of the Dora. And even if you don't draw another copy of the Dora, even if you draw a 2 of bamboo or a 4 of bamboo, then you can think about cutting this. Then you can think about cutting this. But right now, this is the worst tile in your hand. By cutting this, by keeping the 2, 3 and the 3, 4 and cutting the 6, you can still accept the 5 in the same way that you're thinking about accepting the 5 now. Especially on this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shape, which I assume is what you're thinking. But like this is still fine, right? And then given you got an S, I can't imagine anything else goes too badly here. Draw a copy of the Dora and throw the 6 of circles. See, if you'd have If you'd have kept the two, if you'd have thrown the 6 and done it this way around, you would still have to then make the decision about whether you're going to throw the Dora or not. Because you would have, but you would then have a double-sided weight on the 3-4. Is it worth it for one Han? It is still only East 1. Maybe just getting 1,600 points in the bank is, and then the 5 is there, the red 5 is there, so surely, oh God, you actually drew a copy of the Dora. Should you have? Wow. So now it's actually saying, because you've thrown, really, yeah, the engine is screaming at you to keep the Dora. And then somehow, so it all works out. If you've done it the quote unquote correct way, then you probably just win the hand with one Han and possibly the red 5. This is surely unfoldable now. That's disgusting. How could they? Champon wait, no. Yeah, champon waiting on that. That's gross. Boo. Boo that player. Oh well. At least you didn't deal in. But that's also a good reason to think about playing the hand quickly rather than greeding the value, because you could have won that hand the turn before that player Riichi'd with the red 5 if you'd have played it 100% tile efficiently optimal. Now you're always going to get that case where it's 100% tile efficiently optimal versus optimizing for value. You know, that's literally half the game of Riichi Mahjong. This hand is a banger. Did you do the thing where you cut the tile in your hand rather than... Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. I mean, I would never notice that, but a pro level player would notice that. Tenpai waiting room. Let's go. The Dora, the actual Dora. I think you throw the 6 there, because I mean, what else are you gonna do with this? I mean, do you have to pay attention to 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku? Well, like if you draw 4 characters, are you gonna throw the Dora so that you've got 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku and then Riichi on a 6, 9 of bamboo? It's possible. It's possible you think about that. That might be the reason why it's 52 to 42, because you've got your shapes locked in, right? I'm surprised that, I mean, I would have been severely tempted to throw this here, and it is viable, just because I don't really need a 4-tile wide block right now. I just need to finish this or this so I can call Riichi. But I suppose there is that ever so slight edge of this turning into 3, 4, 5 Sanshoku or 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku. And close Sanshoku is 2 Han, so it is of course worth thinking about over one single copy of the Dora. How is the player across from you in Tenpai already with 2 Dora? Send it. Send it. Okay. Triple-sided banger. Oh, that's unfortunate. Press the Riichi button, throw a Dora. It's just how the game works, unfortunately. Ron. Not Tanyao, but it's still good. You still want those points. Sorry, I went to go and click confirm. I forgot this was a YouTube video. Yes, dealer seat time, baby. Yeah. Got an awful decision with this 1-2 and this 4-5-6 shape, but you got to keep the 1-2 for as long as it's viable. Because the 3 of bamboo here is just too good. Nice, nice. Yeah, unfortunate they had the east winds, but yeah, you definitely do that. You don't necessarily want to throw the 1-2 because it's bad. Now it's bad. Now it's bad. E Shanten. Okay. Okay. What's this doing? Not much. 2-3-4. Sorry, 2-2, 2-2-3, 2-2-3. Because obviously you want to lock this in as a Peku, right? 4-4-5-5-6-6, a pair of 8s. So this is actually your. It's not quite your perfect D-round 10 shape, but it kind of is, right? It's your pair, your double-sided weight, which is not a double-sided weight, but it's pretty good. And then your Omega chunk. If you throw the 2 and keep this 2-3-3, 2-3-4, 4-5-6. I mean, it's very complicated in here. This is how I would read it. It's possible there's other ways to read this as well, but you want this 4-4-5-5-6-6, right? For sure. So you're waiting on a 1 and a 4 here to finish this shape, or just another 2. Yeah, basically. It's not really any more complicated than that. Because even if you draw the 3 of bamboo here, then what do you do? Do you throw this 3 and then 3 and then this 2? Do you just get rid of this entirely? Not really. Oh, and the one's the Dora. No! No, screw this guy. That is very bold. That is very bold. Yes, you're the dealer. Yes, you're in last place. But losing this hand pretty much ends the game for you. It is quote unquote only East 3. I'm not sure I'd throw the tile adjacent to the Riichi tile on the Apatsu turn, right? And I know you probably know this, but I'll go through it anyway for anyone else who doesn't. If they cut a 3 to call Riichi, it's likely it's come from a 3, 5, 6, right? It's likely they were just holding on to this for as long as feasible. It could have also come from a 2-3-3, as we've established. Like, these two are the most likely candidates for how this shape has evolved. As we've seen here, right, the engine was telling you to keep this 2-2-3 because that gives you a lot of acceptancy for then calling Riichi by throwing the 2. And on the Apatsu turn for what is currently just Riichi, if you Riichi'd it, Tanyao, you don't even have this Seppuku here yet. So maybe you're mad. Maybe you're just straight up mad. I mean, there's the 1-4 Suji here, I guess. You can see 2 of the 3s. Okay. It's good information to have. No. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I feel like if you lost 700 points there, well, it would have been a Mangan actually, if because of the Apatsu. But so you're back in this actually. You were never out of it, truth be told. Easiest pawn of all time. Why is the chi not like 1000% there? Not sure. I'm not sure why that's so up in the air. Nice. Right, was that nice? Yes, sorry. I once again forgot how to read the macro analysis. Sorry, I just had chips. I just had chips for tea, so you're gonna have to forgive me. Shame. Okay. That's the Dora, which is unlucky, but what were you gonna do? Keep it. Maybe the second chi. Maybe this chi is bad. I mean, it's now you're in tempai, so it's fine. But oh my god, this is a full flush. Oh no. How do you ever throw a character tile ever again is the problem. Let me pause it before I forget my train of thought. It's possible that this chi is not as good. It's not as clear cut as just slam it, because you already had a 6, 7, 8 shape, right? You just had a loose 4. It might be that it leaves you with not enough defense, given that the rest of your hand is pretty disconnected. But I don't really know, to be honest with you. Oh, thank you. Finally. Finally won a hand after the worst luck. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay. S minus. Okay. This hand is maybe going to be something. Okay, okay, okay. Should you have cut the south wind before the green dragon there? Sorry. I suppose the south wind is still fine. I'm a bit... I do cut the double wind a lot quicker than perhaps maybe I should sometimes. But also, given that you're just drawing ones in terminal tiles, yeah, now is the time. Alright, cool. What do we got then? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 shapes with a floating 5 and a floating 3. Yeah. It's not really any more complicated than that currently, thankfully. What? Whoa, 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 what's happening? Yeah, so now... Whoops, sorry. YouTube goes black when it's not in the foreground. So now you've got 1, 2, and then you've got a pair of 3s here. You've got this one and you've got this one. And then a 7, 8, 8, and then a 4, 5, 6. This is unlikely to be your pair, which is why this is 38, because obviously you want to utilize the Dora. But at the same time, finished, probably going to be a double-sided weight. This is your pair, double-sided weight. This has to be the worst thing in your hand, just by definition. Throw this now because it's close to the door and you're probably not going to need it at all before it gets you into trouble. Valid, probably valid. Again, it's 52 to 38, which is not lose too much leap over it, as long as you cut the 5 now, because there's no way you're going to need it now. Nice. Nice. Even over the 1. The very safe one. Okay. So, why does this now not apply? Why is this now completely different, given the 5 was correct? Because I think the engine's thinking of a world where you cut this 1, 2, where you just get rid of this completely. And you consider this to be a triplet of 3s. And then by doing that, you have this Nobatan weight here. You have your pair here, in fact. So in that regard, this one is very bad. This actually has some use in a way that the 5 of characters didn't, because the 5 of characters was just like meh. And maybe it's like, well, what if you drew the 6? Then you'd just be in the exact same position you're in now. Also 678 Sanshoku as well. Also 678 Sanshoku. Also the dealer is opening their hand and they have 2 door. What? Yeah, it's unfortunate that you've drawn back into the 5 of characters and it's the red one as well, because now the dealers open their hand twice in the second row. Oh, but you get into tempo with it, so that is definitely good. This player has the audacity to... This is gross. Oh my god. Boo. Boo. Oh, I hope you don't come last. That would be devastating. A minus. Ones in 1, 2, 4 shapes are bad, yes, but it's not a 1, 2, 4 shape. It's a 1, 2 and a 4, 6, 6 shape. 3 of bamboo here gets you a 1, 2, 3, and then it leaves this 4, 6, 6 to be something else. This is just absolutely dead, like completely useless. One, two, three. I mean, it's awkward now that you've thrown this 1, because wow. How does this go? How does this end up being an A minus? It's playing itself. Okay. It's happened again. It's happened again. 3, 4, 5, pair of 5s, 6, 7, 8. Pair of 9s. So this is the pair in your strongest shape, is it not? This 6. Dina Chiba, Riichi book 1. Throw the pair from your strongest shape. No! Lies! Throwing the 1 has unfortunately made this very strange. But ultimately, it's also not that bad, because it's kind of a bit Pinfu-esque now. Tanyao-esque. 3 of bamboo's really good in this exact shape, right? If you have a 2, 4, 6, 6, 3 of bamboo's really good, because then you have this pair of 6s to still use. 5 of bamboo's fine, because then you have a 4, 5, 6, 6 shape, which is good for many reasons. It still accepts the 3, still accepts another copy of the 6. But also having 2 6s here means that you could also have a 2, 4 and a 6, 6, 7. Given that you have 3 pairs, It's awkward because in this sense it's throw the pair from your strongest shape, but again, your 5 blocks aren't particularly strong right now. These 3 are like bonkers good, right? These 3 blocks are insanely good. Your other 2 blocks over here are a bit squiffy because it's either a pair that's never ever ever going to be anything else other than this pair of 9s, or if you're lucky, a triplet of 9s. And in which case, if this turns into a triplet of 9s, then you still want to keep 2 pairs elsewhere in the hand. So by throwing this 6, you kind of lose. Like, what if you throw this 6 and then draw the 3 of bamboo? Then what, you're just going to throw the other 6? And then you're in Tenpai, but you would have been in the same Tenpai had you have thrown the 9s, but you would also now have Tanyao. That's very unfortunate. That's very, very unfortunate. But as we've said many times on the channel before, this dealing looks correct, but it's only correct because of this turn, which was incorrect. If you throw the 9 here, and then draw the 7, you probably keep the 7 because it's set better than this 9. Then you draw the 5, and then you have like a 2, 4, 6, 6 and a 7, 5. And then you can maybe think about just throwing this 2 because it's like edge. This player is clearly doing something bizarre, right? They've pawned a wind that's not the sea wind or the round wind, and then they've just thrown a copy of the Dora. So you've got to assume they're in Tenpai. Rough, definitely very rough. Very unfortunate as well to draw the red 5 right there and have to go boo, boo. Alright, priority 1 should now be don't come in last place. Do not come in last place. Should have been the priority in the hand before, really, but definitely now. So you notice how this 1, 2, 4 is completely different because this 4 is not attached to anything except the 2. If the 4 is attached to something on the other side, it actually increases the value of the 1, 2 slightly. Cut your more dangerous tile beforehand, unless, of course, you don't do that because of reasons. I mean, they both need to go. You're not wrong. 3 pairs in the hand. What are we going to do? Oh my god. 4 pairs. 4 pairs arrived. 4 pairs have arrived. It's not hugely intuitive to throw the 8s. You've got to be scared of what's happening here, all right? It's not hugely intuitive to throw the 8s. I'm not sure I would have thrown the 8s. I also probably wouldn't have thrown away one of my 4 pairs. But I suppose you could read, this isn't necessarily a pair, is it? This is just a rhyme and weight plus 1. So maybe one of the 4s would go here, and you would keep this as a pair, and you would keep this as a 2-2, a 2-4, 2-2-4 Kanchan weights. Sorry, I can't talk. But I can see why you've thrown the 4s, right? Because you just want to have a pair of the 2s, or ideally a triplet of the 2s. They've thrown the red dragon. Surely that can't have been correct. Oh, it does get them into Tenpai. Oh, okay, no, it is correct. You drew the 8. Shows what Maka knows, right? No.
No.
That's so unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. Yeah.
No.
That's unlucky, to say the least. Oof. Oh no, and they're the dealer. Oh my god. I did kind of expect when I oh sorry, I've just received a package at the door. It's fine. I did kind of expect this to happen when I opened up the floor to log reviews, that people would post their most frustrating L's, you know? But that's fine. If that's what this turns into, if this turns into the log review show mine plus the most frustrating L's you've ever seen. Is that alright? Yeah? Yeah, so it's so 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 rhyme and weight plus 1. This is almost certainly going to be your pair. This and then this kind of thing going on here. Just can accept the 8, and it can accept another, and it can accept a 7. If it accepts the 8, if it finds an 8, that's good because then it turns into Tanya. Oh no, it's not Tanya because you got this 1, but still complicated. I'd have probably thrown the 9 here personally, but then I'm an idiot, so. That person's just ready, are they? Extreme restraint to not Riichi that. Extreme restraint. But they don't need to, right? They're pretty much going to just come second place regardless. The only thing they gain by reaching is the chance to deal into somebody else. Okay, so same situation here. Exactly the same situation here as before. Instead of it, an 8 is hugely helpful to you because this is going to be your pair, right? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shapes currently. This is not 1 block, this is 2 blocks. So now you have to hope you draw into the 3. Because now you don't have another block. Kind of do now. Now you kind of do. Oh, and then it got really complicated. What? Yeah, don't need that because all the 7s just went. Okay. Yeah, so again, I can see what you've done. I can see you've gone 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it's 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or something, maybe. Also, you don't want to throw this and deal in. Dealing in right now is a disaster. I think you want to lock this in. And this is useless, and this is probably also going to go. And what you do is you keep this loose 5 or this loose 8. Because you still only have, because of unfortunately throwing this 9, you do now have 5 blocks because you've got 3, 4, 5, you've got 2, 3, 4, you've got 6, 6, 7. You kind of need to count this 5, 6, 7, 8 as 2 blocks because you're hoping to find a 4, a 7, a 6, or a 9 to finish. Like, this is 2 Ryman weights currently because you don't have a 6th block, a 5th block, and you really don't want to be calling this 2 blocks because gross, you know. So this, unfortunately, has unraveled due to this 9 of bamboo throw. Oh, sad, so sad.
Riichi.
Yeah, you gotta send it, though, is the problem. Nice! Oh, hit 18 Oradora. Riichi, Patsu.
Riichi.
Yes, 1 Oradora.
Dora. Dora. Mahjong.
Huge, huge news. Amazing. Oh my god, an S+. What? Alright, just take the 3rd place as a gift and get out of here. What is happening? What did the other players get? What were the other players' ratings? Oh my god, they're just in Tenpai, they just have it. It doesn't even obviously look like a... It kind of looks like a half flush, but also not. They don't just sumo it as well. Give me a break, my dudes. Oh well. I mean, I want to say good dealer seat, bracket sarcasm, but it actually was a good dealer seat because you got that dealer Mangan. So just pon the green dragons and get out of here. Just don't even. The way this game is going. I'll just be grateful for getting 3rd place here. I mean, you're not a million miles away from 2nd place. Maybe it's worth doing something silly. Was that 8 okay? Yeah, again. This is really, really hard, right? Like, I struggle with this a lot, even now. 4 block wide shapes are good right up until they're not. Right up until they're not. And it's finding that moment where they're suddenly not good. Because what you kind of want to do here is you kind of want to go, oh, it's a 6, 7, 8 and a floating 8, right? But that's not true right now because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. You could count the door as a block. It's not likely you're going to throw it. So if you imagine that you don't, sorry, if you obviously remove this from your mind, this is going nowhere, this is obviously going nowhere, this is obviously going nowhere. If you were to read this as a completed, finished, done and dusted, don't think about it anymore, just get it out of my mind shape, in the same way that this pair of North Winds and this Green Dragon is, then yeah, this loose 8 is not looking too hot. But it's just not a loose 8, is it? Like the fact that it's attached to this whole thing, even if you could, in theory, just go 6, 7, 8, finished, file that away under being done, you know? Like a 5 of circles here is massive, because then that gives you room to pawn the North Winds or even just pawn the 8s, you know? So that's why that's good in a way that these other loose tiles are not good, because even if you draw, yeah, you could throw the 6 and draw the 5 of bamboo. Yeah, you're really annoyed. 7 would be more annoying, at least with the 5 you've got this 1-3-5 thing going on. But you know, you could throw this 7, immediately draw the 6, immediately draw the 8. That's annoying, but that just is what it is. Whereas discarding this 8 and then drawing this 5, oh, you're fuming mad, right? You've consolidated a block down into this, and then it could have just been 2 blocks. And 2 blocks is 40% of your hand. This player's throwing the Dora, they don't want to risk anybody getting an obscene amount of value. Yeah, see, you could have had 6, 7, 8, and a 7, 8. Because not only does the 6, 7, 8, 8 shape accept a 5, it also, you know, accepts another 7. And in a way it accepts a 9. In a kind of way it accepts the 9. Yep. Time to go. They would have to sumo some ungodly amount. And if they sumo an ungodly amount, you're kind of happy. There's a chance you come second here just because they sumo something so large that the dealer pays more of a penalty. Sorry, I'm trying to click the middle. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, it's getting booted, so it's fine. Sorry, I forgot what I was looking at there for a moment. It's hard when the game's flowing so fast, right? It doesn't usually flow this fast when you're watching it. When you're playing it. Sorry, because everyone's thinking about their turns for a fraction of a second. Risky. Definitely risky. What's wrong with just follow cutting the 6? Because it definitely doesn't deal into you either. Bit risky. So, how does this end up playing out? The dealer loses 4,000, you lose 2,000. Oh my god, no, it's a Hanuman. Oh my god, the dealer loses 6,000. And you lose 3,000. Oh my god! Absolutely bailed out off the back of the American taxpayer. Oh no! My YouTube algorithm has become visible for everyone to see! Can you hack... What is this? Can you hack a level 4 mountain? I don't know, can you? Mr. Sunday Movies, great channel. Don't know who this Burke is. Who's this chump, huh? Do you know who this is? Never seen this guy before in my life. Trying to muscle in on my bloody Riichi Mahjong YouTube career. And Jorbs, who plays Slay the Spire. GG, I thought. GG. For a Gold Room player especially as well. I mean, I don't mean that to be like overly harsh. Oh, as a lowly Gold Room player. No, I think if you tighten up a little bit, hang on, let me pause the video. I've got a good thing for you actually. Here we go. I made this slide a few weeks / months ago to help, mostly to help myself learn more than anything. But this is a list I found online that I think someone posted from a book about a strict order of which terminal shapes are bad. You know? So like the top being the absolute worst. The top being throw the 1 immediately before you know. But I would say that looking at this with fresh eyes now, this one is ever so slightly. Wow, that does not line up on OBS in the way that it does on my monitor. How strange. Why? That's better. There are worlds where you would keep this because drawing a 3 gives you a floating 4 of circles. You know, it gives you a 1, 2, 3, 4 shape. But for the most part, this this still holds up. I hope you can see it. I use circles on one side for the 1s and the bamboo for the 9s. I'll just leave that on the screen for a moment just so that you can pause or take a screenshot or whatever. Copyright. Copyright. Original artwork. Do not steal. And then the whole when to throw 3 pairs thing, which is admittedly an absolute goddamn nightmare. It's really not as obvious as Riichi Book 1 makes it sound. 2 pairs good, 3 pairs bad. Okay, I'll throw my 3rd pair then. No, what are you doing? You needed that. So I hope that was helpful to you or anyone else watching. Again, if you want to submit your own game review, even if it's just really upsetting and you want somebody to see it, then post it in the Google form posted down below. I'm a bit behind on them, as you may or may not know. I'm had a serious family medical emergency, which is, touch wood, 95% resolved now. So I will make more of an effort to check that Google form. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please let me know with a like or a comment. And if you want to see more Riichi Mahjong, be sure to subscribe. Other than that, take it easy. See you next time. Bye bye.